And I want all of the news to start asking the question, what is the crime? Because everyone in this court has not been informed of what the crime is. The defendant does not know the crime that was committed.
Well, it's not going to work. And with that, I yield back.
You know, every so often, Mr. Garcia, maybe you could just lift up that picture of our President Trump sleeping. As you say, I think he's praying. But if he is sleeping, you know, he certainly looks pretty while he sleeps. Maybe it's an endearing moment of prayer, though. I know when I fall asleep on airplanes, you know, my mouth kind of drops open. And, you know, his mouth is kind of tight-lipped. So maybe it's just a somber moment of
he's
thought.
sleeping. It's been reported by multiple press outlets.
I was in the courtroom today,
sleeping.
and I could see why someone would fall asleep, just like George Conway fell asleep today in the court hearing. You know, it's kind of slow in there. It's not as exciting as the House Oversight Committee, but I just wanted to say that's a lovely picture you have of President Trump, Mr. Garcia. Thank you. And I yield.
Gentlelady yields back.
If I come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
President Trump, when he was in office, he underwent testing for his cognitive dissonance, for his ability to function as President of the United States.
That Michael Cohen is not lied to. You lied to investigators. You lied to that judge. You know what a regular
Warren, I'm a huge fan. You might get your autograph.
That's the Trump posse. 21 Republicans, including members of Congress and state officials, who showed up at the trial this week, many of them wearing the same outfit the former president usually wears. Trump called them his surrogates.
I am disgusted by what is happening here.
This is a sham. This is not the United States of America.
The only conclusion, of course, is it's election interference.
Mr. President, we've got your back.
Lulu, who wore the Trump uniform best?
I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy said a true thing here, which is this is not the United States of America. Since when is it in the United States of America that people have to wear the Trump uniform in order to show fealty and loyalty? This reminds me of Saddam Hussein and the good old days when you had the big mustache, when they were sitting around, you know, the table. Oh, come on. It is. You know, listen, no, but let me. He laughed. No, but he laughed. It was a joke. It was a joke. But to be clear, the idea that you are having to dress up as this man in order to show how close you are to him, how much you care for him is embarrassing.
I've sat in a lot of rooms with a lot of Republican politicians that have looked just like that.
No, I know,
Donald
but
Trump has
Please. Are you suggesting that it was just a coincidence that they all showed up in dark blue suit, white shirt, and red tie?
It wouldn't necessarily surprise me.
I just was telling Chris I was going to wear a suit today like this and wander around behind him because I fully support Chris Wallace. It was so ridiculous.
That's true. We should all dress like Chris Wallace, and this will show our fealty.
Going on in the Republican Congressional Conference.
Ryan, let me ask you this. To take Lulu's point, is it a little demeaning that you have all these people rushing not only to go out and attack the witnesses and support Trump, but to feel they need to dress up like him?
I think that Donald Trump is a very unique, idiosyncratic figure. He really, really likes folks who are going out on a limb, traveling. You know, Doug Burgum has a real job. He's the governor of North Dakota. But here he is in New York City, backing up the president.
Donald Trump. They're cosplaying Donald Trump.
Right, and that's because that's something that Donald Trump appreciates and respects. And these are folks who would want to play a role in a Trump administration.
But isn't that terrifying?
You know, I've seen more terrifying things, Lulu. I've seen more terrifying things, including how the Biden administration is running the country into the ground. So, I mean, I think that it's silly.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm not happy. Well, I'm not.
One thing. Which Mike? I'm just joking. The economy is in very, very good strength as far as the Dow's concerned. This isn't something that Trump or Fox like to mention. Well, that's a lie. Neil Cavuto is on Fox. Literally was popping the champagne.
Fox alert for you. No problems at the corner of Wall and Broad. At the very last teeny second of trading, the Dow did move over 40,000, settling at around 40,000, 3.59 with a gain of about 134 points. This cinches about a 5-week winning streak. A lot of this buoyed by the fact that people are optimistic we are going to achieve a soft landing, that the growth is slowing to the degree that the Fed has some wiggle room here to cut rates. Now, whether that happens is anyone's guess, but the fact of the matter matter is that the trend has been the market's friend. Earnings coming in better than expected. A lot of companies that are forecasting improving economic news as well. Now, the bottom line here, in case you're counting, in the last 4 years, the Dow has essentially doubled from 20,000 to about 40,000. And again, just since 2022, we've come storming back to put on these extra 10,000 points. Now, a lot of that backdrop, again, is an improving corporate structure. The inflation problem eased up, and again, optimism that rates could come down. Now, there are some wrinkles here. We'll be going into that this weekend, but for now, all optimistic on the stock front. In the meantime,
it just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. It just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. It just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. It just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. It just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans.
Country back, then we got to work like hell from now until election day, and who knows, maybe after, which I've learned. But they're not taking this country away from us. No. I don't care what you call them, fascists, Democrats, communists, liberals.
Tell me to calm down, because y'all talk noise, and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we send
and
her
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right.
Chair, okay.
Your
Order.
Reaction to that exchange. Why are people so offended? I know. I don't. Look, I was a hockey player. We used to fight every time we played. Now if you fight or say the wrong word, use the wrong pronoun, they want to put you in jail. Except if you're an anti-Semite on a college campus.
Look, here's my concern. I think it's funny too, but at the same time, they're in Congress. It's not as though their percentage of likeness in the country is high. The truth is, we think very little of people in Congress, and when they engage in high school mean girl kind of back and forth, you say, why are we paying these people? Why do they have so much power? Why are they in a position to waste our time and
Judge. Nobody is.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just point at me?
Yes.
Listen, I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I have.
Okay.
I have I'm tired of people starting a conversation with Mexican.
Your opening statement, which was how horrible it is, that Donald Trump is talking about
that's
all
what you,
of these
I'm
people.
sorry,
You know what
that's what you said. You said.
Blank you.
F you. F you. And I said, Whoopi, did you just say F you? I mean, she was right here. And then she said, get the F out of this building.
Anytime, anywhere, any place, Joe, except on the Wednesdays, weekends, Fridays, Thursdays, Tuesdays, or Mondays. I'll be ready.
I'm confused. He said he doesn't use the teleprompter.
How about that? Before I got up, the teleprompter fell down. That's great. Great going, fellas, back there. Then they want to know why I didn't pay the bill. I get a lot of heat. I got a teleprompter that's gone. This one's almost gone, but...
By the way, one line they're going to be using before the debates is narcotics, narcotics, narcotics. They're just going to be accusing Biden of... And he started already. It is, by the way, garbage.
Can't find his way off a stage, can't put two sentences together, although he has agreed to debate, so I don't know, maybe they know something. He's going to be so jacked up for those debates, you watch.
Paging QVC, we have found your new host to sell you, to sell something for you. He'll work.
Out there, because this is, okay, so I just got this today. Somebody handed it to me. It's weird, and not as a joke. I said, anybody have any Tic Tacs? And the guy said, yeah, I have one. Look at the size of that sucker. Could you?
Who knew I could get a job as fact-checking? By the way, he didn't win Minnesota. And the other thing is, he really wants to do debates. He really does. He doesn't even know which person is prosecuting him from which state.
Well, we have deranged Jack Smith in New York. He's a deranged individual, Washington. I thought we won it in 2016. I know we won it in 2020. We got to be
And at this stage, you just figure he wants to have a TikTok click or something on social media. He does this on purpose, literally.
Mom, I don't know, Mom. This is a heavy sucker. Oh, Mom, I can't do it. Boom.
I've got to keep a straight face. We're not taking any more of this nonsense is going on. We're just going to play this next clip on a loop, so you can switch off at any time. The former guy, the strength, the guy that people think is a leader, nearly fell over. Literally. Leaned forward, and it was like, watch for yourself.
But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things. What a crappy contractor this was. But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things. What a crappy contractor this was. But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things. What a crappy contractor this was. But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Like too many other things.